seeing some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Rodman sets a screen. Pippen down low. Knocked loose. Stolen by Pippen. Martin with the block. And they'll get another chance. Here's Jordan. Goes back up. And that's collected by Camby. To the middle. And finished off by Martin.
And how about the focus from Martin on the fast break? He doesn't waste the advantage he has over the defense.
Back to Harper. Jordan the screen. Michael Jordan on the wing. Over Smith. No good from Jordan.
Boy, he's definitely covered well there. And we know he can knock down the fadeaway shot. Just didn't fall there.
And the foul called on Michael Jordan. That is his first foul of the game. And the Bulls making a change here. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Pass to Martin. Camby the screen to the paint. And slam dunk by Camby.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
And now the first timeout called here for the Bulls. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Outside, Kukoc. Pass to Jordan. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Yeah, high percentage look for Jordan. That has every move you could ask for in the painted area.
Here's Iverson. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well. That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Smith. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Pippen.
You know, guys, I'm not sure Smith gets enough credit for how well he uses his body inside. Earned his trip to the free throw line.
Denver making a switch here. And so he hits both. Bulls trail by 4. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And Jordan gets it to go. Jordan's got 6 points.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
From downtown, it's hauled in by the Nuggets. Smith scanning the floor. Jordan with the steal. Right side, Harper. Jordan outside. Pippen a screen. From outside the arc. Jordan can't get that one to fall. Here's Smith. Kicks it out to Iverson. To the inside. 6 to shoot. And slam dunk by Camby.
No questioning Iverson's skill for moving the ball. A guy this open is an easy dime for him.
On the wing, Jordan. Passed along. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. They get Kenyon Martin. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he can't hit the second. The Nuggets leading by 3. Anthony right side. Kicks it out to Iverson. Back to Anthony. Left side, Martin. Over Jordan. And that one released in time, but no good. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Nuggets lead by 3. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
Pass to Nene. Here's Atkins for the 3. Rebounded by Wennington. Here's Jordan. Yep, it counts. Jordan's got 8.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Out of bounds, it'll be the Bulls' ball.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
Shoots a fader. Rebound by Nene. Denver in the lead. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Pass to Nahara. Back to Anthony. Shot from 12. Rebounded by Wennington.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Here's Jordan. Comes up empty down low.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
And the rejection by Pippen.
And it's always been about the effort defensively for Pippen, known as a stopper and a fantastic shot blocker to boot.
Lets the 3 fly. And a great assist by Kukoc as that one goes in. Pippen's got the lead up to 2 now for the Bulls. And Denver decides to take their first time out here. Here's Atkins. Still scoreless. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Here's Anthony. Nifty move. Chicago grabs the miss. And here's Jordan outside. Rebounded by Anthony.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
The Bulls with the lead. Pass to Pippen. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far.
And I like what the defense is thinking here, but Pippen gets physical inside and insists on getting to his shot. Clearly a foul.
The Nuggets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. No good on that one.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Chicago leading by 3. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Outside Harper. Clock at 6. Here's Kukoc. Rebound Camby. The Nuggets trail by 3. Pass to Atkins. Inside. Out to Smith. Here's Anthony. And finally they hit one.
You know, and even when the play isn't for him, Anthony able to get on the glass and on the scoreboard.
Kukoc from outside connects from three-point range. Kukoc has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Smith outside. There's the triple. Good on the triple. Smith's got 5.
Gotta know Smith is on the prowl for revenge when you sink on him. I mean, great response from the young man.
There's the pick. Here's Harper. And it's Denver with the rebound. Smith outside. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
Well, you really like to see Smith go to work inside there, always looking to expand on his game.
Pass to Kerr. Another three for Chicago.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Here's Smith. And the jam by J.R. Smith.
If he gets a step that close to the hoop, you know Smith is going to finish with a dunk.
There's 39 seconds left now here in the second. Pass to Kerr. Over Diawara. Kerr can't hit.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
Pippen with it. He has 5. With 1 on the clock. And it's, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
And to me, the way you end quarters impacts how you end the game. It can go a long way between a W or an L.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Bulls out front, up 2. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Anthony on the wing. Kukoc with the steal. Pass to Jordan. Looking to end his cold spell. And then slammed in by Jordan.
You won't find a much more entertaining sight. I'd call that slam dunk contest level.
And stolen by Jordan. They get the rebound. A second chance effort. No good. Shot missing. The Nuggets trail by 4. Here's Anthony. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, he's so tough to defend without fouling. Melo puts the defenders in tough spots.
Good on the second free throw. The Bulls leading by 3. Jordan looking around. Kerr outside. There's a screen. The shot. And the Bulls tack on 2 more. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. The Nuggets trail by 5. Now Iverson. Pass to Johnson. Just 5 on the clock. Denver needs to get off his shot. Here's Iverson. Rebound by the Bulls. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Jordan outside. Kept alive. Rodman outside. Pass to Pippen. Rodman sets a screen. Launches it. And the rebound goes to Nene. The Nuggets trailed by 5. Pippen with the steal. Outside, Jordan. Back to Pippen. Jordan on the wing. And the layup is good. Jordan's got the lead up to 7 now for the Bulls.
What an effective, efficient offensive possession. They'd love to get that shot every trip down the floor.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
No good off the front iron. The Nuggets trailed by 5. Stolen by Pippen. Pass to Kerr. Beyond the arc. Kicks it out to Jordan. Outside Pippen. Shot clock at 6. Screen by Longley. Here's Rodman. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. They get Kenyon Martin.
And as a free throw shooter, Rodman has his challenges. One of those guys who almost shoots a better percentage from the field.
Here's Iverson. Count it.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Bulls leading by 4. Outside Jordan. Screened by Longley. Down low. Allen Iverson grabs the miss. The wide open look here for Anthony. Off target with his 3. It's Rodman with the ball for Chicago. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Kerr outside. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Here's Pippen. And then Pippen slams it in.
Don't you wish you could leap like Pippen? I mean, I do.
And he makes that one. Anthony's got 5 now.
Pretty dime there. The kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Jordan is double. Rodman outside. And here's Kerr from the arc. The shot's good. Rodman making the play.
And that's his specialty. Curry is out there to space the floor for his teammates and knock down triples.
And the 3 ball is good. 8 points for Carmelo Anthony.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Jordan. The teardrop falls in. He's got 14.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
Smith. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And guys, you have to be careful in how you guard Smith. He's so good at drawing contact.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. Chicago calls timeout. So it's both teams making substitutions here. First one falls for him.
And Smith is known as a streaky shooter, but when he gets hot, boy, he is really fun to watch.
Now here's Harper. For three, Kerr. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. The third quarter comes to a close. Bulls lead by 4. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Chicago leading by 4. And it's blocked. Here's Atkins. Nene outside. Pass to Diawara. Chicago grabs the miss. Kerr with it. For three. Hits the three-point bomb. Kerr's got the lead up to 7 now for the Bulls.
This shows how confident Kerr is, knows how dangerous he can be off the catch.
Pass to Atkins. To the middle. Here's Hunter. Longley grabs the miss. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Outside Harper. Now Kerr. Screen by Longley. Top of the key. Kerr with another miss. The Nuggets trailed by 7. Here's Diawara. Nailed from three-point land. And it's the Bulls with the ball.
Timeout, timeout.
The Bulls call timeout.
Start it.
So both teams changing it up here. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
During that last break, guys, I got a chance to hear what Phil Jackson said to the team. Now, they've been happy with the way the team is shooting. He reminded players to keep taking those threes, that they've had some clean looks. When that three goes in, it's always a welcome sight. Guys?
Thank you, David. The kick out to Harper. Over Iverson. Harper's shot's good. And the Bulls lead by 6.
Well, you won't see that kind of shot fall very often. Thank your lucky stars.
And here's Smith. That one falls.
A certified bucket. J.R. Smith can catch fire in a hurry and send the defense scrambling.
Screen by Jordan. Lobs it up for Jordan. Loses his grip and clanks the alley-oop jam.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
From 18 feet away. Kept alive. Outside Harper. Pass to Kerr. Over Smith. Kerr can't hit. Nuggets trail. to tie it up. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to go on Steve Kerr.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in. Smith outside to the inside. Offensive rebound. To take the lead. And again, Denver no good. 3 on 3. Here's Wennington. Shakes him. And a great assist by Kukoc as that one goes in. Wennington's got his first points of the game. Timeout called. Nuggets. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter.
You can see that Melo knew how important it was to get the score there, and he just imposed his will on everyone else.
In the corner, it's Jordan. Looking to get back on track here. And off the front, and in it goes. And the Bulls lead by 3.
Put the team on his back as he often does. The tighter the game gets, the more Jordan wants the ball.
And that one drops for him. 6 points for Camby.
There's real synergy in play right now on the offensive end. The pass was right where it needed to be.
To the paint. Here's Kukoc. Good work defensively by Martin.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Pass to Iverson. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Martin with it to take the lead. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Outside Jordan. It's in! Timeout called. Nuggets. Turning here to our analysts. What factors, guys, come to your mind?
And with this much time, they should be able to draw up a play and get themselves a decent look from the three-point line. Still, the D is going to be waiting for it in a contested 3. Never an easy shot.
Smith for 3. No good from three-point territory. And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And that about wraps it up. we've got NBA basketball in store from New Orleans, Louisiana, the home of the Pelicans, right here on 2K Sports. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the sidelines. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Misi's shot is good. Misi's got the first basket of the game for New Orleans. Hey, Brent, when you look at these teams, they have two of the deeper rosters in the NBA.
Well, we should recognize the front office doing just a great job, Kevin, of understanding that depth will win you championships and get you through a long season. They've done a great job of filling out these rosters with a ton of quality players.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
New Orleans shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
And Greg, the way Orlando ended last season, that's really fueled their fire for this year.
Yeah, I mean, a tough loss to Cleveland in Game 7 of the opening round. But it's hard to win in this league without first incurring some battle scars.
Wide open look here for Murray. Not three off the mark. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
And here's McCollum following the three-pointer from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Misses the layup. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Willie Green gave me a few minutes to talk with him. Now, we spoke briefly about how critical it is to slow down Paolo Banchero. Coach said he can be a force on offense when he gets a couple to fall. The energy and effort from our guys has to be high if we want to contain him. We'll see if that team can contain Banchero out there, guys. Back to you.
Thanks, David. Now here's Murray. Jacks up a three.
Some shrewd defense there by KCP, using solid footwork to stay on the shooter.
Here's Carter. Misi grabs the rebound.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to... Oh, yes, sir. Yeah, so fun to watch him get fancy on any finish. Zion again to the rack.
To the paint. Kicks it out to Wagner. That's in there. Carter with the assist.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
Yeah, no question. When he is connecting from those kind of spots on the floor, it is just a huge boost for what they can do offensively.
No one near Suggs as he lets it go. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And as we see Suggs develop his game, you'll see more of this. Jalen with the ability to operate off ball.
Now here's Caldwell-Pope. Back to Suggs. Carter with the screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And now the Pelicans on the break. Took him no time at all on that one.
Finding some space out there on the perimeter was McCollum, and he finds ways to knock it down.
If we're going to talk about, the craftiest players, Brent, in the NBA, where would you rank C.J. McCollum?
C.J. is one of my favorite guards in the league to watch. This guy is not overpowering physically, Kevin, but his efficiency and the way that he is so smooth on getting to his scoring zones is something that I don't think we appreciate enough.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Alvarado with it. Olynyk. And the dunk by Olynyk.
Yeah, he can surprise you around the rim. Olynyk has some lift.
Driving in. Here's Black. Bitadze. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Olynyk. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdowns for Orlando.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Good ball movement here by the Magic. Basket, good.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Pelicans trail by 7. 41 seconds left in the first quarter. Kicks it out to Jones. Screen by Olynyk. Down low. And it's sent back by Isaac.
And that long wingspan of Isaac aids him there in turning away shots, but it's also the timing he displays when he attacks the shooter.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Here's Black. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And what do you guys think about the Magic here so far in this one?
Just stretching out the floor that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens.
And it's Alvarado missing.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Out to Anthony. Pass to Bitadze. Clock at 4. Tries yet again. And at last, they get one to fall. Bitadze's got the lead up to 12 now. Here's Hawkins. Misses from short range. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. Last season, the Magic retired the first jersey number in their franchise's history, that of our esteemed colleague and Hall of Famer, Shaquille O'Neal. Orlando's #1 pick back in 1992, Shaq went on to lead them to their first NBA Finals appearance in 1995. The honor is well-deserved, Kevin.
Yep, he's our teammate, isn't he, David? We love him as a guy, and we love him as a player. And it goes down 2 points. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars, and I think we have a beautiful game now.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Carter at the elbow. Wagner on the wing. The Magic again can't hit. Pelicans trailed by 12. To the middle. And he dunks it down.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Here's Suggs. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Oh, strong move by Suggs inside, not allowing the contact to hold him back.
He's 0 of 1 from the line, missing on his first trip.
76% from the line a season ago.
Now the Pelicans have lost in the first round GA of the playoffs in 2 of the last 3 years.
And with how good the West is right now, they knew they couldn't stand pat. They felt the urgency to make some changes this offseason in order to take the next step.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Banchero with the screen. There's the lob to Banchero. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's Messi. McCollum looking it over. Screen by Olynyk. McCollum no good. And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for the Magic. They've led by as many as 14 points. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. The Magic again can't hit. Pelicans trailed by 11. McCollum outside. There's the three. Here's Messi. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Here's Caldwell Pope. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Murray outside. And good that time.
If guys are getting points inside, that's a bad sign for the defense. So you don't want to allow too much penetration, especially from DeJounte.
Caldwell Pope on the wing. Another miss by Caldwell Pope. Murray for three. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And wasting no time, DeJounte Murray off the catch.
Banchero with the screen to the inside. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Banchero's got his first points of the game. And timeout called by Willie Green. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Pelicans trailed by 8. Now Murray. He's got 5. That ball's off target. It's his third miss. He's made 2 shots from the field. Fast to Bitadze. Anthony with it. It's Black in the corner. Inside. Here's Isaac. Williamson with the block.
Great job by Williamson. You know, I love watching him dunk, but man, his block shots are spectacular.
Chalk up 2 there. McCollum's got 5. Orlando leading by 6. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Down low. Bitadze. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Nice jam by Jones, popping off the floor.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
The Magic shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
There's 10 seconds left to play here in the half. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see them get up like that. Now they're playing working to perfection there if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
And so it's the Orlando Magic holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And we'll be back with you shortly. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. To the middle. Here's Misi. McCollum outside. A three-pointer off the mark. Orlando leading by 8. And GA, what you have to admire about C.J. McCollum is he is the consummate pro.
Yeah, at this stage of his career, he's the adult in the room, and he's grown into a connector on the floor while still being that professional scorer.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, the Pelicans are putting the ball in Zion Williamson's hands. He said, I'm just playing chess within the game, seeing how the defense is guarding me. I'm going to pick my spots. My teammates trust me to make the right decision, but they also trust me to be me when that time is right. Kevin, I'll let you be you.
And I love when you are you, David. Thank you so much. To the paint. Here's McCollum. That's in there. Murray with the assist. McCollum's got 7.
Well, C.J. McCollum can score in a lot of ways. Coming off of screens, playing with the ball, spot-up three-point shooting. Just a variety of ways to produce.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jalen Suggs.
Timeout.
That's his first foul. And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. So both teams changing it up here. "90 seconds now into the second half. Brown outside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Pelicans shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. That free throw, no good.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Magic leading by 7. Isaac a screen. To the middle. Pelicans pull it in.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
And that one drops for him.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Poked away. Here's Black. And he banks in the layup. Black's got 6 points.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
And Jones now is out the key. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. 6 to shoot. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Here's Brown. The rebound by Batadze.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot, just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
And now we're 3 minutes into the 3rd quarter of play. Here's Brown, and it's blocked. They retain possession. Orlando leading by 9. To the inside. Here's Isaac. And Isaac throws it down.
Yeah, and Isaac, he just makes dunking look easy. It has an incredible reach and quickly gets up off the floor to throw that one down.
Left side, Jones. Houston with the rebound. Anthony drives in. Back to Black. All alone. From the arc. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. The Magic making a switch here. Pelicans trail by 14. McCollum outside. Williamson the screen. McCollum no good. And it's the Magic's ball. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now. Pass to Bitadze. 51 seconds left in the third quarter. Shot clock at 5. Black in the post. 11 points in the game. Doesn't go that time. Murray with it. Now Anthony defending. Murray, good.
Well, Murray's got the range. It's the consistency he's looking for.
Orlando leading by 11. There's 21 seconds left in the third. He takes it in. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, easy call.
The Magic shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. 15 seconds left here in the third quarter. With 1 on the clock. And so it's Orlando. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. Here's Siakam. Gobert with the block.
Boy, whenever Gobert is out there, he will... Wow, Julius Randle with a little flavor on the finish.
Stolen by Conley. To the inside. McDaniels.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Out to Conley. A shot by McDaniels. No good. Now it's ended down to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Rick Carlisle.
Their team's main focus tonight? Well, it starts with All-Star Anthony Edwards. He said Ant is an incredible player. He's so physical. We have to throw multiple bodies at him. It's got to be a team effort to keep Edwards in check. An ambitious game plan. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Indiana off to a slow start. 6-point game. You hear, Doris, people now calling Anthony Edwards one of the faces of the NBA. I'm assuming you'd agree.
100% agree, because the skills are extraordinary. The development in his decision-making has gone leaps and bounds from where it was. Beyond that, Kevin, he's a lockdown defender, one of the best competitors, fearless in the big moments, and one of the most charismatic young men in the league today. This guy is spectacular.
Now, Siakam. Following the miss by Michael Conley from deep. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Down low. Randall. Nembhard grabs the board. Halliburton in the corner. It's stolen by Edwards. Here's Gobert. Good. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for Minnesota?
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
Now, here's Halliburton. Out to Turner. Halliburton with it. Conley picks him up. Just 5 to shoot. Beyond the arc. The shot by Turner, no good.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Pass to Randall. And then Randall slams it in.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. Following the miss by Tyrese Halliburton. 5 to shoot. Here's Reed. It's rebounded by Indiana.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. You know, Doris, there's a notion that big men can take a little longer to develop. What have you seen from Miles Turner?
That he's turned himself into a complete basketball player, Kevin, and think there were years, because he was playing alongside another big, that he was out of position. But he can shoot the basketball with range, he's got strength, and he's a tremendous shot blocker.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Pascal Siakam is nominally a power forward, but his versatility at both ends of the floor allows him to play a number of roles. Siakam says that's where the NBA has been going. It's always positionless basketball, and I feel like I can do anything. And in today's game, Kevin, that means tremendous value for Siakam. Back to you.
Doesn't it? My goodness, David, he is something else. Thank you very much. Pass to Garza. Sinks the three-pointer.
Well, the defense daring him to shoot, and he makes them pay for their disrespect.
McConnell scanning the floor. To the middle. Here's Turner. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Miles Turner covered tightly, but nonetheless scores it. That is really well done.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's DiVincenzo. Still without a basket. Dillingham with the bucket.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here's Shepard. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. Here's Garza. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Edwards, no good.
Boy, defense nowhere to be found, and neither was his shot at that time.
A nice shot by Halliburton. You know, Doris, assists aren't just a point guard stat any longer, are they? A lot of big men in the league can distribute very well.
Yeah, Kev, it's really striking to me how multi-dimensional every single position in the NBA has become. As you said, bigs can pass, point guards can attack the cup and score. The game is becoming more and more skilled. Man, that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact, doesn't bother him.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Both teams deciding to change it up. Pacers trail by 6. Now, here's McConnell. Scoreless thus far. Toppin can't get it to go.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And, Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Indiana moving it around. They double-team Walker. No one near Shepard as he lets it go. And the Pacers can't get it to go. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Outside Edwards. Inside. Shots good by Miller. Miller's got the lead up to 10 now for the Timberwolves.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Out to Edwards. That one good for 2. Miller's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, unselfish play by Anthony Edwards. Teammate is wide open. He puts it right where it needs to be.
Pass to Mathurin. Back to McConnell. To the paint. Here's Toppin. And Toppin throws it down.
Well, this is the kind of pass that gets everyone excited. It's also how you build great team chemistry.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Timberwolves leading by 7. Out to Edwards. Edwards with confidence.
Well, don't think twice. Ball touches your hands, you let it go, Anthony Edwards.
On the Pacers' doors last season, trading for Pascal Siakam to complement this hungry team.
And, Kevin, it's important in a couple of ways. First of all, he's a 2-time All-Star who's got a championship pedigree. The other part of this is Indiana is an equal opportunity offense, so they want to share the basketball. But Pascal brings individual playmaking and shot making, and sometimes that's a must-have in this league.
Neesmith. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Cans it from downtown. DiVincenzo's got 5 points so far. Here's Siakam. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton.
Man, that is tenacity from Pascal Siakam. He was simply undeterred.
DiVincenzo can't hit it.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Timberwolves leading by 11. Here's Ingles driving the lane. And here's Edwards from the arc. And another three for Minnesota.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
Pass to Gobert. And here's Edwards, covered by Siakam. On the wing, Ingles. Here's Alexander Walker. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And when you look at Alexander Walker, Doris, so consistent from year to year.
This is a young man who knows his role, finds ways to help the team within the context of what the Stars are doing, and those are exactly the kind of role players you need in order to have a quality basketball team.
And so, Alexander Walker nails both of them. And Greg, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively, but where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. Giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, they've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior. And Conley is just so unselfish. He's very willing to give the ball up if it means setting up a teammate.
Here's Nembhard. Mathurin attacking. Will it go? A shot by Nembhard, no good. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Pass to Siakam. Second chance shot. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Timberwolves ahead, just dominating this one. Live from Cambridge Fieldhouse, you're watching 2K Sports. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Conley with it, now guarded by Siakam. Randall down low. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Siakam.
Well, with his strength, Julius Randle can absorb contact easier than a lot of players. This guy is not going to be intimidated.
And he sinks the second. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, Kevin. Tyrese Halliburton has become the face of the Pacers franchise. He says they've done a great job of allowing me to spread who I am and how I play throughout the organization. The guys and the coaches have adapted to that. Good things are happening.